I'm Allison.
And I'm Cassie.
And this is what happens when
you have two moms, microphones,
no filter,
zero impulse control, and cocktails. Welcome to Undiagnosed Moms.
I'm Allison.
And I'm Cassie.
And welcome to Undiagnosed Moms. So thank you for hanging with us, whether you're hiding from your kids in the bathroom or you're crushing it at the gym, unlike us. I hope you're loving Spotify or Apple or Amazon or YouTube. Hit the follow button and leave us a comment. We are also, again, not responsible for what your kids might repeat. So if they're in the room with you, they might want to leave. All right. Oh, also, and if you or you know anybody that wants to be on the podcast, just send us a message at guest.undiagnosedmoms.com. And if you have sent us a message, we are going through it. We've gotten quite a few submissions, so we're trying to get through it. So we read them all, and we'll get back to you. So, okay.
Heck yeah.
So
should we talk about our juice cleanse?
The juice cleanse. How did you do?
So I went to Friday. We were like obviously texting the whole time, and what day was it when I was like, you were like, I've lost 7 pounds, and I was like, what? I was like, dude,
Tuesday.
I was like, I gained 2. Because I think
the fact that you gained 2, that would make me quit. Just that.
Right? No, dude, I gained 2 pounds. But to be fair, I feel like I wasn't weighing myself properly because I wasn't doing it at the same time.
I feel like you're drinking too much juice.
I know, that too. That too.
I think you were taking about 7,000 calories of juice with you.
Did you see my mason jar? It was bigger in my head, and I was just like,
yeah, mine was like half full. Like I was measuring it out. I was like doing a half a cup of cucumber, half a cup of this, and half a cup of that, and then like the whole thing of kale because it's only like this much.
Mine had a whole pineapple. Like I was like, yeah, man, like that's how much sugar.
You had a whole pineapple?
Yes, yeah, I did.
How'd you sleep? You like tweaking out on sugar? Like holy crap!
I don't know, but it didn't seem like that much. I mean, I felt great though. Like I felt.
I bet you did. I bet you did. I'm a bit all jacked up on sugar too. It's my favorite.
There's some cucumber in there.
Yeah, like a little splash of cucumber.
Yeah. One slice.
So you weren't hungry at all?
Nope, I wasn't.
Felt great.
Nope, I felt great.
I was great on Monday and Tuesday. I felt so good. And I lost like 7 pounds, which I think was just inflammation and water weight. Like there's no fat loss here, not in 2 days. So it was just like water weight and inflammation, but the inflammation was gone. Like I felt so good. However, I was freezing.
You know, that I was too. Like when we were texting that day, I also was like, I was at work and I had like coats on. I mean, I didn't have like everything you had on, but I get that. Yeah. And I do that. That happens to me when I fast, even my like just 1 day fast.
Yeah.
I get by like 6 o'clock, I have a hot bath and I'm like, okay, bye. I'm having a hot tea and going to bed at like 6 o'clock. Because I'm like, I can't keep my body temperature up.
It's crazy. Like so that Wednesday, I was unbelievably cold and nonstop. And I was just like shivering nonstop. And so I took a bath that night, like a super hot bath, which you're supposed to do. And I texted you. I was like, my arms are going numb.
Oh my God.
Something is wrong.
Yeah. You're like, I have no feeling in my arms. I think I might have to stop.
Yeah. I'm like, I might need to eat something. I don't know what's wrong. Something's wrong.
And I'm just like, whoa.
Cassie's like, how did you not do great?
Yeah, let's fucking go. Let's do this. Yeah, man.
Totally. Yeah. I felt like I was hit with a Mack truck. And so I went downstairs and Braylon had made some pasta or something. And so I had like a couple bites, felt so much better. The tingling stopped. So I was like, okay, now to be fair, we started this fast and I was not in my fasting window. But I was only 2 days away from it. So I was like, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
You're not going to be fine. You have to do it in your fasting window.
So, and I think that we should do it again. Like I'm definitely game to do it again. and I was in my fasting window, which is maybe the huge difference between.
Yeah.
But I think we should do it again when we're like both in our fasting
I'm doing
window.
it tomorrow. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Are
I did 3 days
you?
on and I'll just do 3 days off, and then I'm just gonna do 3 days on
Yeah.
again
No,
because I am so mad.
I start my like not fasting days, I think tomorrow.
Yeah. See,
So I won't be, but call me in 10 days,
I
then I
will.
will. And then I drank
um,
wine on Friday, which was fucking stupid.
you what?
I drank wine on Friday.
Ooh.
Nothing like breaking your fast with a little cabs off.
It's juice. I don't see a problem.
Essentially, it's still grape juice.
That's right.
No, I ate too, but I was like, nothing wrong with a little wine. It's fine. I ate. Fuck, dude. No, I won't do that again. That was
Yeah,
so
you shouldn't
fucking,
end with wine. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you.
dude. That was so dumb. That
Well,
was
the
so
next
dumb.
morning when I got up, I felt really sick. Like really sick. And I was like, okay, this is new. So was like, okay, let me just get up and like try and just, walk around. So I was gonna go get a Waterloo, like a sparkling water or
Yeah,
whatever, just for the
that.
bubbles, because I was like, coffee ain't it today.
Yeah.
And I sat down and I took one sip and I go, whoop. I was like, oh, and I like sprinted to the bathroom where I had previously locked the door and then used a different door to leave. So that door was locked. So I slammed right into it. And I'm just like, whoop, and I'm like, oh no. So I keep running and I'm just, so I go around and I finally make it. And I get sick. And I'm just sitting there shaking and I'm cold and I'm throwing up. And I'm just like,
Dude,
what is wrong with
I
me?
think we had very different experiences here.
Yeah, I had a demon come out of me, and
Yeah,
you were just
literally. It was
living
like
your
an
best high
exorcism.
life.
Yeah, man. And I was like, I had no hunger. Like, I was at work. I had, like, my shit wasn't fresh, which was kind of a bummer because normally I like to do my juices really fresh.
Yeah,
But I was at work. I just, like, casually, I just kind of casually throughout the day, like, drank it. I still did do coffee.
I did too.
You did too? Okay. Yeah, so I did
Yeah.
coffee still, because otherwise just fucking kill me. Like, just fucking
Right? I want to still enjoy my life.
totally. I can't do
Also,
that.
I
I
need
can't.
something warm. Just give me
You're
something
asking,
warm.
dude, you're asking way too much of us. And
Yeah.
then, yeah, but I honestly, like, that's why I was so surprised by, like, on day 3 when you were like, I have no arms. And I was just like, dude, where's your arms? Like, I don't know.
I've lost my arms in the fast.
Yeah. And I'm like,
No.
I'm like, girl, have a hot bath. And you're like, I
Yeah.
lost 3 more pounds. I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
You're like, just take a bath. I'm like, I keep losing weight.
I'm like, I don't know, because I gained weight.
Yeah, it was it's never been like that. I've done the water fasts and I've been fine. Like I've been angry and hungry, but like I wasn't hungry on this. Like
But do you think that maybe it was like a detox and like you kind of got sick from it, from like
I
literally
don't
detoxing?
know. It
Because
was either a
you've done
detox,
fasts. Because you've done fasts and stuff. Like I don't understand why you couldn't do this. Or maybe it's because you were not in your fasting window. I
but
don't know.
I've done fasts not in my fasting window, and
And
I
nothing
just
like
get
that.
hungry where I'm like insatiably hungry, like I have to eat. That's
Yeah.
not what this was. This was completely different. I don't know what this was. But I'm
Yeah.
gonna try it again.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, for real. For
Yeah.
real. I'll totally do it again. And like, what did you do? Did you just throw shit together? Like that's what I did.
Yeah, anything that sounded good at the time.
Yeah, like I
Yeah.
did like pineapple, mango, and orange, and then I did like a whole cucumber,
Yeah.
kale, celery, ginger, turmeric. Like I just put it all into like a big old
Yep.
mason jar, and then I had like 3 of those in a
Yep.
day at least.
Celery
And
was the one juice that was in every single one that I did.
mm,
And
my
then
the last day when you were like, oh, I've lost, whenever I weighed myself and I was like, damn, I've gained 2. I was like, okay, tomorrow I'm not drinking as much or like as much sweet juice.
yeah.
Like I'm gonna just tone that part back. So then I did straight celery in the morning. Then I did like a green juice with like parsley, the one that Casey was talking about, like
Yeah.
parsley, green apple, celery. And so that 3rd day, I definitely toned it back. And then yeah, I still didn't really lose any like weight,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I don't know. I think I just drink too much still. Like I think
Maybe. I like I said, it was I would so much do a juice cleanse over a water fast. My
Mm.
ankle is itching. I'm not just like scratching my leg. That's
It's
weird,
just
but
like,
it was so much easier for me. Like I felt so good
till it
until I
didn't.
really didn't. I think I just got sick.
Yeah.
I don't know. Last weekend I felt my stomach was like a little off. And then when we started this, I was like, well, this will at least help. This will like detox it anyway. So this is the perfect time to do it. But I'm just wondering if I already had something that I
Yeah.
was like about to battle.
Perhaps it wasn't your time.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, try it again. Yeah, try it again tomorrow and like let me know.
Yeah.
I want to know what happens. Like I would do it again too, like easily. And the thing is too is like I don't know though, but I think about it and like I know you're not supposed to fast, but it's really not a fast. It's a food fast, but
Yeah.
it's not a fast. So
No.
I'm like, I know we're talking about like our fasting windows, but I'm like, even though I start tomorrow is like my not fasting,
Right.
but I'm like, if I'm still continuously drinking it, I don't think that's considered a fast. Like
I
I'm
don't think so
still
either because it's
constantly getting
calories
that
and nutrients
juice.
and stuff.
Yeah, dude. So I'm like, I might do it too and just see.
Yeah. Because I think it's more so like a break for your digestion.
Yeah.
It's
It's
like,
like a liquid fast, I guess.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
it's
yeah. A
liquid.
liquid
It's just like,
diet, I guess, rather than a
yeah.
fast because you're
Yeah, just
consuming
a
whatever you
fast.
want.
Yes, and it's still apparently tons of calories. Fuck.
Ah, it's still 2 pounds worth of calories, that's for sure, if you're not
Mhm.
careful.
No, I'm like, how did that happen, dude? But probably because I always fast every Monday and I didn't fast. I drank juice. So my
Mm.
body was probably just like,
Oh, really? Watch
here's
this.
2 extra pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to
So,
mess with us? We'll mess with you.
yeah, exactly. This is
Yeah.
not part of our regular programming.
No, that was rude. No,
Um,
yeah, I felt like the biggest loser because I'm like, why can I not do this? This is so I feel great. Well, this makes no sense, but
yeah.
whatever. And then we got a nice snow day, which we
Yeah.
never get here in Georgia. So we got snow and ice, and now it's melted. It's all gone.
Dang. I
But
didn't even get that.
yeah, not the part of Texas you're in. You're not gonna probably get any snow.
I got rain. Dallas got quite a bit.
Yeah,
Quite a bit.
yeah. We did pretty good. We got a good amount for
A little
Georgia.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Little fun time.
Yeah. So it was, we're all scrounging, trying to find somebody's boots, a hat for somebody. And
Yes.
so luckily the kids can all borrow me and Andy's clothes and shoes
Nah.
now. Jackson wears Andy's size 15s.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
dude. How tall is he now?
He's my height. He's like 5'11
Oh my God,
at
that's
12.
crazy. I feel like every time that we see you, I'm just like, Jesus Christ. Like,
Yeah, they're
I'm like,
huge. Braylon is my height now. Jackson is, and yeah, he's not even 13 yet. It's a lot going on.
it's a lot.
Yeah. So, okay. Well, then I guess next week we'll talk about our second round
Yeah.
of the
Yeah,
juice
I'll do it tomorrow too.
cleanse or whatever. Okay. Okay, so I saw this study, and there's actually multiple, where it says people that are on the spectrum, but a lot of people that are nonverbal apparently are closer to like, or maybe they're more capable of tapping into like paranormal type things. Like they've said that they can sense when somebody's around them, or they feel people touching them that aren't there, obviously. So I just wondered, like, do you think if you're on the spectrum, you have like a heightened sense in that area?
I bet you if it's like the autism spectrum, yes. I think I don't like the ADHD spectrum. I would probably say no, only because if something came to me, I would just be like, "Oh, cool!" Like I wouldn't even like, I wouldn't even like pick it up. Like,
You'd be like, huh?
yeah. Like I'm like, "Oh, you're helping out." Like I literally wouldn't even like no. Like I'm so like. Like I wouldn't even notice it. Like something
You
could
wouldn't
happen.
notice it because you have so many kids in your family. You'd be like, that's just probably one of them.
That's just one of them. I and like I'm super into like paranormal. Like I think it's I absolutely believe it 1000%. I'm super into it. All of it. Dude, we should try a Ouija board sometime.
No, the hell we won't.
We should do it. Remember when
I
I
will
tried to take you to
not.
the
I
medium?
refuse.
Remember you wouldn't come to the medium with me?
Yeah, I refuse. I
Yeah, and
refuse.
I'm like, dude, I love mediums. They're so, oh my God, I love mediums.
Nope, I refuse.
Love them. Dude, they're
I have
wild.
huh?
They're wild.
Bro,
Wild.
I've never even been to one, and they pulled me into it, and I wasn't even there, and I was mentioned in it, and I was like, I literally
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
want to
yeah.
part. I believe in it all. I do. I just, and the Ouija board, I'm not. I can't do it. Um, my mom played a Ouija board when she was younger, and it said very, very bad things would happen to her dad, and very, very bad things did. Now, to be fair, he was a con artist who was like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
one of the most wanted back then.
It's like your dad's going to jail, and it's just like, well, yeah, but he did things to go to jail.
Yeah, like
Like
we may have
the
seen it
Ouija
coming
board,
kind of
the
stuff.
Ouija board didn't make him do those things.
No, I'm just saying, I feel like she didn't want to know, right? Like, she didn't want to know that the FBI was going to break into her house, guns drawn, looking for her dad. Like, let that be a surprise. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
honestly
Ouija
wouldn't even
board.
care. Like I would do it. I would totally try it for sure.
I'm not. I can't. So okay. So she did that, and then she asked. I guess there was like a pregnant lady there or something, and so she asked the Ouija board. She's like, "What's she having?" And the Ouija board said nothing, and so the baby gave birth to a stillborn. And then one time Andy was playing it when he was in college, and he played one time, and they were like all gathered around or whatever, and they're just like joking and laughing, and um it's answering them. They're asking stupid questions, it's answering it. But so finally it almost seems like it gets annoyed with them because there's so many like drunk stupid people in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
room.
yeah.
So this
I
girl's
get that.
like, so and so, are you still here? And it was like, no. And they were like, well, if it's not so and so, who is it? And it spelled out the devil 3 times. And then some idiot is like, hey, if you're the devil, I need you to prove it. And everybody's like, bro, no, we don't need that.
Yeah.
And so, but it did because it was the devil. And he's like, all right, hold my beer. And so when he like they had 3 candles in like a triangle, and they all blew out at the same time, but with no smoke, no nothing, no wind. And everyone was like, no, we're out. Turns out the person that they were talking to before the devil was somebody who had hung themselves in that dorm room way back when. I don't know. So
yeah, no, dude, that's and like that's for real. Like I totally believe like all of that. Like talking to the other side, like 100%. Like I don't doubt it in any way.
yeah,
But
I have far too many experiences. And like when I was younger, my mom used to tell me like, you're just inviting it in. And I'm like, they found me.
yeah,
I'm not like doing a Ouija board. I'm not
you're
doing
like,
any of this
I'm
stuff.
just the yes.
Yeah, like so I'll tell one story. I used to do furniture and paint furniture, and I had a client, and so I went to her house, and I'm in her garage. Nobody's home. I'm just painting in her garage, and I look up, and to the left, this dresser just moves on its own, and I'm just like, man, I just want just a nice, easy day. I didn't want to have any visitors. So normally when I tell people, they like freak out. So I thoroughly enjoy telling people like, hey, by the way, it moved. So I told her that, and she was like, oh, you're not the only one that said that. I got to call a medium now. And I was like, what do you mean I'm not the only one that's ever said that? Like no one's ever been in my house and been like, hey, bro, your dresser just moved on its own.
Yeah, your dresser's moving.
Yeah.
Not again.
So she's like, do you want to be there? I was like, no, and don't mention me. So she is talking to this medium, and this medium's like, so she tells the medium that it was her that sees the furniture move on its own. And the lady's like, well, have you ever had a miscarriage? And my friend's like, no, I haven't. And she's like, well, this baby never made it down to earth. It died in utero. And so at this point, she's like, okay, it was actually my friend. My friend was here, and She was like, well, did she have a miscarriage? Well, she didn't know, but of course I had.
Yeah.
And so they're sitting on the couch, and this medium's like, yeah, the spirit that's here is like a baby that's like 2 or 3 years old, has blue eyes, blonde hair, and has perfect lips, which was really, really weird because when I was little, my grandmother said I had perfect lips because I have a very like pronounced Cupid's bow.
Mm-hmm.
And so the fact that she said that, I was just like, oh, that's odd. Um, and so the lady, Lennon is the twin, that I lost a twin, and Lennon is the surviving twin, obviously. And so at the time, Lennon was 3 years old and with blonde hair and blue eyes. And so the lady was like, yeah, tell your friend that her baby is happy and healthy and she's okay. And I was like, what? So now I want to go talk to this medium because she's talking to my baby or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
And
yeah.
and I'm against it. I don't want to talk to a medium, but now that I know that
And now that I have to,
now my kid's there,
yeah.
so I call a medium, I leave a message, she doesn't respond, and that whole week I am hearing music playing. I am hearing um whispering in my ear at night. Um iPads will just randomly turn on, lights are turning off and on. It's very, very weird. Lennon is outside. She comes inside and she's like, I just saw Lily. Lily's her twin. We named the twin that passed. She was outside apparently playing with Lily, gave her a hug and was like, oh, she's so sweet and blah, blah, blah. Then we're driving and we drive past a body of water and Lennon's like, a lady drowned in there. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, where is this coming from? So finally, I'm like, okay, I just need, so I pray about it because I am a Christian and, I know what the Bible says about mediums. It says don't talk to them. I don't know why it says that, but it just does. So I'm like, all right, cool. But now I've contacted this medium, and so now I'm like, well, what do I do? So
I've already sinned.
I'm already screwed up. I might as well go all in, right? And I don't think God would appreciate that. So I didn't do that. So I prayed. I was like, you know what? If it's meant for me to go see this lady, like let her call me back. If not, like let me be okay with it. So I woke up in the morning and I'm like, I'm fine. The baby is clearly fine. She's in heaven. Like, why would any baby not be okay? Like, it's in heaven. We're good. I don't need to go see this medium. Everything stopped that day. Lennon stopped talking to things. I stopped hearing things. iPad stopped being weird. Everything stopped being weird. And the only thing I can, what?
Oh no, I was just thinking when you were talking about, I don't know at what point. Do you remember when the dream with Fox when we were in Key West with the shark?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I was like, so I was, we were going on the boat, and I was doing an ad at Publix, and we were on our way. The whole family were in the car, and that morning I was upset. Like I woke up and I was kind of like in a whatever, and I was like, oh my god, I had the worst dream. And I was telling Jesse, and I was like, I dreamt that Fox got his leg bitten off by a shark, and it was like super detailed, and I'm like going on and on about it, and everything. And then we were driving to Publix that day, and we're driving, and Fox goes, Mom, I had a dream last night. And he goes, we were at remember that there was that little restaurant where you throw the food in and the shark snap? Anyway, he goes, oh, we were at that restaurant. And Jesse just looks at me, and I was like, no way. And he goes, it bit my leg off. And I was like, and I was like, Fox, which leg? As if that's like the deciding factor. But
that's the important part.
Dude, yeah. And he was like, oh, it was this leg. And I was like, dude, in my dream, the shark literally took his leg off. And remember we went on the boat, and I was like, he can't go in the water. I was like, remember we put that shark band on the front of the boat? Because I was like, this is crazy. Like, this is so crazy that he was like, in the same night we had the same dream. It was just wild.
Yeah.
Nothing happened, but
it always makes you wonder because sometimes things do happen, and then you're like, okay, I wasn't paranoid.
Right.
I was picking something up, but you don't know when. But maybe the shark bands kept the shark away.
I know. I'm like, I don't know, but I was friggin' terrified because that was wild. I've never had that happen. We've never had I've never been in somebody's dream space like that at the same time and have the same.
Yeah.
But I think that's actually normal because I Googled it after, and apparently like moms and kids actually can do that and like share a dream space. And it
You
doesn't
know
mean it's going
why?
to happen.
Do you know
Why?
why?
No, why?
Because so it claims that the kid, all your kids' cells are also still within you. So
Oh,
they
right. Because
say
like,
that's the reason, like a mom knows, like a mother's
uh-huh,
intuition is
uh-huh,
because when her
you
kid is
still
in
have
trouble, she
theirs.
can feel it.
Still has their cells.
Yeah,
Yes,
and she can feel it,
yes.
and she knows
Yeah,
immediately something's off,
yeah,
which
yeah,
is crazy.
yeah.
But
No, I
makes sense.
know.
Why else would moms be like, so like mother's intuition? It has to be
Yeah.
something
Well, and
like,
it's like exactly, it's spiritual. Like there's no other way to say like that you wouldn't know, you know what I mean, that you are picking something up. It's like, well, obviously it's spiritual, right? Like you know
yeah,
that you're like, you know what's going on. Just like twins have the same thing. Like it goes beyond the 3D for sure.
exactly. Exactly. It's crazy. So I don't know. I believe in all that stuff. And then sometimes when I'll have like a dream like what you had, and it's like, well, do I not let them go? Or do I let them go and then be like, oh, but I had this dream? Or do I
I
not
know
say
it's my
anything?
fault. Yes.
So like
Yeah.
Braylon had a dream when we were traveling in the RV. She was like, "Hey, I had a really bad dream." And I was like, "No, it's a travel day. Don't say it. Tell me later. I want to hear it later. I don't want to hear it now." She was like, "Okay." So we're driving and we're driving through Louisiana, Mississippi. Louisiana? I think it's Louisiana. And all of a sudden we just hear and our RV tire explodes. It about blows out part of our RV side. So we're on the side of the road. Our RV is literally about to fall off the road because we pulled so far off the road that when you take the wheel off, it's going to fall down.
Mhm.
So it's just me and the kids. We have all of our animals out on leashes or in like a cage because of cats. And we're sitting in um, folding chairs, like beach chairs or whatever, on the side of the road in Louisiana while Andy's trying to like hold the RV up and change the tire or whatever we're calling.
Hold
Like,
on.
yeah. There was one time that he took the thing off and I was like, no, like hoping it wouldn't. I'm like, what are you going to do? No, you're not
Oh, well
catching
then
that.
hold the
Yeah,
fucking
I'm
post.
so strong. I can hold the whole RV.
Oh,
So we're
15,000
sitting there and
pounds.
I look at what?
I just laughed and he wrote 15,000 pounds.
Got it. I got it. It's fine.
That's funny.
So we're sitting there and I look at Braylon and I'm like, what was your dream? She goes, this. And I go, what do you mean this? She goes, no, I had a dream that we were going to blow a tire and be stuck on the side of the road. And I was like, damn it.
You
Probably should
couldn't
have
have told
listened.
us.
Why didn't you say anything? She's like, I tried. Yeah.
That's funny.
Good
That
times.
happened actually one time. So Jesse's dad is actually like super psychic. And we were driving from Grand Prairie to Hinton, and it was super icy. And we had hit the ditch, and then, like, normally when you hit the ditch, you just take the ditch, right? You don't try to like correct it. But we were
Right.
just, it was like, so, anyways, Jesse had tried to like bring it back up onto the road, which was super fucking stupid, and brings it back up. And of course, we were just like, and fucking there was a car coming at us this way, and the whole family's in the fucking Suburban this way, and we fucking missed it by an inch, man. It was insane. I was like,
Oh
I'm dead.
no.
I'm fucking dead. There was no even time to like, I was like, yup, we're dead. And so we missed it, and we ended up so the car's coming this way. We ended up in the ditch on the other side of the road. And like I said, we had missed it by like an inch. And so we were like, oh, like, fuck, we just about got in like a head on crash, whatever. And his mom was like, oh my God. She was like, Morris had a dream last night about this. And I was like, what? And she's like, he had a dream that you guys got in a car crash. And I was like, that's
What?
fucking nuts. Because I'm like, we didn't actually get in a car crash, but I was like, what?
Close.
Yes.
That's
Like super fun.
wild.
And he doesn't really talk about it, I don't think, because it's like, I don't know. But yeah, like, yeah, he definitely has the ability.
Well, I knew that we were going to have to come off the road traveling because something bad was going to happen. I knew that would be the reason why we were getting off the road. And I told Andy that probably, I don't know, a couple of months before my dad was shot. I was like, I don't even want to say it, but I feel like I need to because if something happens, I want to be like, see, I said. And so when I told him that, and then when my dad was shot, I was like,
That was that.
Yeah, I hate to say I told you so, but
Yeah,
my
yeah.
dad's like, you couldn't have picked anything else.
Yeah.
Sorry, Meg.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I would, yeah, a shooting, please. That's crazy.
Yeah. So I came across like a bunch of these like different studies, and like they were saying that people that are on the spectrum are more inclined to have these things, and then also people who have had near death experiences are more
Ooh.
inclined to. I'm super interested in near death experiences. Like I think they are so interesting and they change
I
people.
I don't know. I see. I did have one when I was really little. My appendix burst, and I I don't remember any of it. But I didn't have like a like I was in and out of like whatever. But I don't remember, like I didn't have that out of body experience of that.
Yeah.
But then fuck, no, I don't remember. Anyway. I'm
We
starting
need
to
to have
sound
if anybody listening is an expert on NDEs, near death experiences, please contact us because I think that would be such a cool
yeah.
topic.
There was something I
But
was going to say about a near death experience. Oh, no, it wasn't. No, 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 no. Not a real one. I just wanted
not
to
a
talk
real
about
one.
no.
This was a near life
Yeah,
experience.
yeah, 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 yeah,
I
yeah. Yeah, I never died at all. I never even got hit. But it was just funny because I was thinking about it. And no, me and my friend were at a fucking Garth Brooks concert
don't
in
know.
Edmonton in a city, and I didn't know what like an LRT system was, like a bus system. Like, you know, the buses that like fucking go. Anyway, no, it wasn't even an LRT. I don't even fucking know.
You know
Anyway,
the buses that go.
dude, I parked at a hotel. We were like downtown, and I parked at the hotel, and I opened my door and I got out, and this bus was like, dude, like we both were like, like, dude, you just about died, and I was like, like I was a fucking inch away from dying, dude. It was just like. My guardian angels are just like, for fuck's sakes.
Your guardian angel is always just
Yeah,
smoking, just like
yeah, totally. Here we go again.
just
Oh my god.
what was that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're on like life 7 of 9, so you might have
That's
slowed
right.
down.
You're only 36, bitch. Calm down.
That's right. That's right. I know. That's what I kept telling my dad with all the cancers that he got, and then he got shot in the chest, and then cancer. I was like, "Listen, dude, you've got about 7 lives that you've already lived. I need you to relax
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the gunshot."
yeah.
You
You're at
know?
8.5 here. Do not push it.
Yeah. Turns out 8's all he had. So,
He
no,
pushed it.
I'm just kidding, Dad. My dad would laugh at that joke. Nobody get
He
offended.
would.
He would laugh.
And nobody else understands our dark humor.
That's right. He would have been like, "That's my girl." So, nobody,
For
don't
sure.
at me. It's my
Oh.
dad. Yeah, so you don't have any and your kids don't have any paranormal crap?
Honestly, I don't think so. Fox would have been the most likely to, and that's why when he does tell me dreams, I'm like, stop, don't tell me.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear. But I laughed too because Andy just wrote, "No, you put the shark band on his leg." I was like, I forgot about that. We didn't put it on the boat. I put it on his fucking leg. I was like, no sharks are getting this fucking leg.
Not
Like,
this one. You can bite the right one, but not the
That's
left.
right. Not the one that was in the dream.
That's
You were
right.
not taking this leg. I'm like, I am now aware of the situation, and you are not taking his leg.
Fox is just swimming in a huge cage. Just
Yeah.
my mom. I had a dream. I had one dream one time. My mom won't let me
had a
swim.
dream. My mom, yeah, exactly. No, my mom freaked out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
no,
that's a Final Destination situation.
yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I honestly don't think any. The only other time, which was super fucking weird, is when we were in Peru and we landed really late and we were in like this like gross little cab. It wasn't even a cab. I don't know what the fuck it was. And we were like going to our hotel and the driving was crazy and it was dark and everybody was tired. And Charlie started crying for his great grandma Chick. That's her name. He'd like met her once in his life and he was like crying for her. It was the wildest thing. And we were like, what is he doing?
Weird.
He's met this woman once in his life. Like, this is the craziest thing.
That's wild.
Yeah. It was just so weird. Like, he was only what, like 7 fucking years old and was just like had met her once and she died and was like, I was like, why are you crying for somebody that you've never
Yeah,
met?
barely. You don't even know.
Yeah. And so I was like, that was kind of weird. But honestly, yeah, like other than like weird little shit like that, I don't think they've had anything crazy.
I passed it down to Braylon. She sees people all the time. Like, she's seen my dad multiple times.
Really?
Yeah, sitting in his chair, just watching TV. He's come to visit her quite a few times. He's visited all the kids, actually, except he hasn't visited me, which I'm pretty pissed about. But
Ah!
all the kids have seen him. And then she sees like this little girl, and she has seen her since we were in Florida. And apparently, this girl just sits by the bathroom door and just stands there. And so when Berlin gets up in the middle of the night, go to the bathroom, there's just like this little girl sitting there. And I'm like, what does she say? She goes, she doesn't say anything. I try not to look at her. I can't breathe. And I just run as fast as I can by her. And I'm like, do I need to put up a sign that says like, please no like soliciting
by my bathroom
patrons?
door?
Yeah, if we could just like maybe move it outside. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's wild, but and then we would hear footsteps in the RV. Like I remember laying there, and in the RV, when you walk, like you can feel and hear everything, right?
Yeah.
So I'm laying there, Andy's asleep, and I just hear I'm like, these freaking kids. So I get up and I am pissed. I open that door and it's pitch black.
Listen,
and I'm like,
motherfucker.
yeah, I'm like, carry on. Whoever's out here playing, totally fine. Have fun. I won't come back out. Enjoy. Clean up when you're done, please. Thank you. No kid was up. Nobody was away. It was just like these loud ass footsteps. And I was like, nope.
Yeah.
Nope. Yeah. But it's happened since I was a kid. I mean, I've seen things, I've heard things, and ever since I was a kid, I've just been a freak. So I just wondered if like that was a normal thing for.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I just like write shit off all the time though. Like even if I did see something, I'd be like, nah.
Yeah.
We're good. Like
it happens to my brother too. My brother's a magnet for it. And it makes me wonder if like we're not into like okay, let's take my brother. He's not real in tune to social cues.
Yeah.
But I wonder if it's because he's in tune somewhere else.
Yeah.
Like his he can't handle, but he can pick up on something else. I don't know. It's very, very odd. It always just seems to me that when you lack in one area, you are
picking up on something else for
overcompensating somewhere else for sure.
If you can't smell, your eyesight, whatever, you know what I mean? If you can't your hearing's better. Yeah.
So I just wondered if there was a reason why I was a freak.
There's a few.
There's a few reasons. Well, yes. Yeah. So some level of your brain waves are in tune to maybe. I think it's energetic. Some energy that you are picking up that other people can't pick up.
Totally. And even like we've talked about, this is like dimensional shit. Like like I believe in that too. And like going in and out of dimensions. Call me crazy because I am, but
there has to be some connection. I don't know. It does tie in. I don't understand how you get to different dimensions. I've tried. I'm afraid of getting stuck in one.
I know. That's why I was like, call me if you get stuck.
Yeah.
I'll go take some mushrooms and meet you there.
Yeah, well, whenever
Let's go, girl, get on my back. We're going home.
Go. Let's find a new dimension. Right. Dude, whenever I do that one gummy, which is now illegal, so I can't anymore. A freaking portal opened up every single time. My window would glow blue. And I was like, all right, next time. Yeah, next time I'm jumping in that bitch.
Like, you were just like, Jumanji needs me.
Jumanji's calling. Yeah, I need to go. I'd get in Jumanji and just be like, oh my god, it's too much.
The bugs.
Oh, the bugs would do me in. Those big ass mosquitoes. I could handle the big lions, but those mosquitoes, I'd just be like, no.
Totally.
Oh my gosh.
That's funny.
But okay. talked about how moving other dimensions when you travel. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, radio said like lineal.
Oh, it wasn't a lady. So when we were traveling, so have you've seen Tyler the Medium, right? Tyler Henry. He's like the Hollywood medium.
I don't know.
Oh, anywho, he was on Instagram one time when we were traveling, and he was talking about liminal spaces. You know what that is?
No.
So
we talked about this, but
do we?
mm-hmm.
So liminal spaces are the spaces in between. So like
from one place to another, like from one place to another, like
yeah, but like so the liminal spaces are the in between. So like the hallway to your hotel room, that's like a liminal space. It's not getting you anywhere.
It's nothing. It's nothing. Right. Yeah.
So they say that you change dimensions when you go through liminal spaces.
Oh.
So I messaged him because I was like, well, hey, like we're traveling and we're going from, you know, one place to another, and the liminal space in between is, you know, and I said, could we be jumping dimensions as we travel in the RV? He was like 100%. And I was like, well, maybe that's why we always felt like when we were traveling, we weren't experiencing the same things that everyone else was experiencing. Right? We weren't like COVID wasn't.
And yes, like COVID wasn't the same thing as like
no.
And I think that's when we've talked about this, is because I'm like, dude, I'm like, does anything else even exist outside of like, because I'm like, this is crazy that I am not seeing the same things that everybody else is seeing. And that's when it happened, I was like, dude, like, are we like, does the other old life even exist anymore?
It's like, very weird.
I was like, unless I put your attention on it, I'm just like, Jesus, it feels like it doesn't even exist anymore. Like at all.
Yeah, it's I don't know if it's like I don't know if it has to do with traveling, and that maybe that it was very weird though, because like everybody else was like all depressed during COVID, and we're like out there living our best life. And
we did too, and like nothing, like we were perfectly fine. We didn't even know anything was fucking like going on. Like we had to take a COVID test here and there, but like it was perfectly fine. And then I get, you know how many like people on Instagram were just like, you fucking grandma killer, how do you sleep at night? And I'm just like, with the fucking fan on, like I don't know, like what, like because I'm not like hiding in Canada. It was so wild. My sister had to fucking Anne Frank me in her base or in her fucking house because her neighbors would call the cops, and you'd get fined for having somebody in your house that wasn't your immediate family member. Like this was so wild.
It was crazy.
And I was like, I'm not subscribing to this. Thank you. And I left Canada and I was like, bye. And I've never been back. Like, I mean, I did go back to visit, but like, you know what I mean? I was just like, bye. And I traveled. We never got COVID that whole time. We didn't get COVID until I don't even know if I had COVID because I thought I had COVID in Texas like a couple of years ago. I thought we got COVID. But then when I went and gave blood, they were like, no, like you don't have COVID antibodies. Like you've never had COVID. And I was like, what? Because I was like, sure I had COVID.
Yeah.
And I don't think that I did. And I think I just had like something else, like a flu or something.
Yeah. It's crazy. I don't know. I don't know though. I think anybody that was traveling at that time probably feels the exact same. Like life did not slow down or stop. It got a little different. Like we did more hikes and stuff, but we did everything outside anyways.
Yeah.
And we were already like quarantined because we were in an RV. So
yeah. And there was and we traveled to places that were like, you know, we still did what we had to do. Like we did have to take our COVID tests before we left and to a new country, and we did all that. We just kind of stayed places longer. Just like jumping around because you had to pay for it every time. It was like $100 a test, which is for us, it was $700
right
for a test. So we were like, no. So we would just kind of stay places longer. But yeah, no, I mean, it was great. And then by the time we got back to America, we went to Phoenix, and things were like, Phoenix was Arizona was one of the earlier ones to be done with everything. And then I never wore, it wasn't even about a mask. Like nobody gives a fuck, dude. Like,
no, they didn't care. It was crazy. Yeah. I was here for it.
Yeah.
But Do you feel like, I won't say all, but do you feel like in general mediums are real?
100%.
Do you?
Yes.
Do you think
Obviously not
they're
all.
really connecting to your loved ones, or do you think they're just familiar spirits that have been around you for your whole life? And
There's no way. There's
why?
like the craziest. I've had the craziest readings before that were so crazy. I remember I had one and it was so like detailed that like to the like I told my dad after, and he's totally a non-believer. And he was like, why would you say that? He was like, that's really messed up that you would say that. Like that's, and then I was like, oh, well, and I was going on and on. And then he was like, by the end of it, he was like, do you think they watch me too? Like was a full believer at that point, because it was so detailed to the point of like them delivering the mail on, like his uncle delivering the mail on a horse in our hometown, because back in the day, like that's how it was. But and having like pickled eggs, and like so detailed to the point of like pickled eggs, like who the fuck eats pickled eggs, right?
Yeah.
It's like he loved pickled eggs. Like you can't say that about nobody and expect to be like even remotely close to the truth, right? Like you could be like, hey, he
Maybe in
really
the
liked,
South.
yeah, you know what I mean? Like
We're
you could be
pretty
like, oh,
gross
he
here.
really liked fucking like beef, and it'd be like,
Yeah.
okay, there's a pretty good chance somebody liked beef, you know what I mean? But like to say that somebody liked pickled eggs, like ain't nobody likes pickled eggs. So anyways, it was like it was so insanely detailed, and I was like, they were bang on. But it's far and few. Like I've also been to some where I've also been to one where she was like, I actually can't, she's like, I can't raise my vibration to like match or meet yours. So she's like, I'm not getting anything. She's like, I'm not gonna charge you for
Your
this.
vibration was too high?
Yeah, she was like, I'm not gonna, she's like, I can't, I'm not even gonna, like, she's like, there's nothing, she's like, this is free, like, she's like, I can't do anything, I'm not obviously not gonna charge you for this. And she was like, do you want to do some like cards? She's like, for free, of course, because she's like, I can't do it, like, she's like,
Oh,
I can't
wow.
read you. And then I was like, I appreciate your honesty.
Yeah.
So there was that one. I've been to a few, honestly, and it's like I said, it kind of is hit or miss. But when the ones that I have, I was like, damn, like accurate as could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
What about vortexes?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Have you ever been to, have you ever gone to some?
I have just in Arizona there, so Sedona.
Yeah.
But like I really truly didn't feel shit.
So most places are an energy vortex. Like the beach is a vortex. It's just a water one. And then
I do feel good at the beach.
yeah, well that's why you feel different at the
I got balloons.
Why does that keep happening?
Dude, I don't know.
What did you say? Celebrate? Happy birthday?
No.
Congratulations. What is it?
I can't do it again. I can't do it.
You tried to make that didn't quit.
Do a shimmy. Do a shimmy.
It doesn't mean the shimmy. What was the balloons from?
That's literally what I did. And then it went out and then it was like
That is too funny. It was like, congratulations. For what?
You've jumped vortexes.
Wait, no, you reached the next dimension.
The next level of Jumanji.
Good luck.
Oh.
I hope you're better from the juice cleanse so that you can survive this.
I'm a little stronger.
So like when we went to Sedona, we went to the vortex jumper. We saw him. And so we climbed to the top of Bell Rock, and supposedly we've been to like 5 or 6 of them, and I don't really feel much, but Mount Shasta is supposed to be a huge one, and I would love to go to that one. The only other one that I really, really loved, and I actually felt it was one, was Siesta Key in Florida. It's it's 99.9% crystal is what the sand is made of. It's just crushed crystal. And so it creates this crazy vortex. at this beach where only this crystal is at, and so that place is really cool. You like, it feels very like
That's crazy.
high energy, feels good.
Yeah.
So, but I think the next episode we'll have to talk about like, well, maybe not the next episode, but I think the next thing that would go with this would be ayahuasca. But we haven't done that.
Yeah.
But we do have a guest, I think, that wants to talk. And she's done ayahuasca.
Dude, also, my friend Natasha does all of this. She does Cambo, ayahuasca. She can talk about all of it. She's done all of it. She can be like, this was my trip. She does all. That's who I did mushrooms with in the summertime.
You
She's
did?
like,
I thought,
yeah.
oh, but you didn't do enough, right?
No, I mean, I did a few. Yeah.
What
Like,
happened?
I didn't have like a wild trip or anything. No, but
Oh,
no, I didn't like, there was, no, I definitely was high, but like,
yeah,
nothing,
no,
like no
yeah.
dimensions were jumped that day, like nothing. Yeah. I even ate what was left in the bottom of my cup. Yeah. Because we did tea and then I ate it. But, yeah, she literally does all of that.
That's crazy. We need to have her on.
I think we should do ayahuasca. Let's go do it. Should we do that?
Where though?
Trip? Dude, let's do it for girls trip.
But next podcast we will be live as we do ayahuasca, and you are going to watch us freak out.
Oh yeah, like, you don't mind if we live stream this, right?
I don't know that that's good for your healing. No, turn that off. You don't want to see this.
This is pretty. Yeah, no shit.
That's another episode.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. I'm not against doing that though.
I'm not against it. I'm just a little nervous for the results.
Yeah, I know.
But all right. Well, this concludes this podcast with
for this week,
Alison and Cassie. All right. Peace out.